What's going on, STIM junkies? Hi, STIM Ace in the house. Hope everybody's having a phenomenal week. Hope you guys are crushing those workouts. I have a really cool pre-workout that I'm reviewing today, guys. This has actually been here for the past maybe 5 or 6 months. I've ran this one a bunch of times. This is my in-between pre-workout. And what I mean by that is that this is something I go to when I'm cycling off the illicits, when I'm trying to get away from this crazy shelf right behind me. This is a pre-workout that always comes through clutch, something I have to have in my rotation constantly. So when I run out of this pre-workout, I make sure to have another tub ready. As a matter of fact, I got 2 seal tubs waiting for me as soon as I'm done with this pre-workout here. The pre-workout that I will be reviewing today is none other than the iconic Wrecked pre-workout from Huge Supplements. Oh my God. This is a crazy pre-workout. This pre-workout claims to give you energy, power, focus, as well as the pumps. Does it live up to the name? Will you get your session wrecked at the gym? Let's talk about it. So we have this tub over here, which is quite heavy and very, very hefty when you open it on the inside. This thing is stacked to the brim. It's a heavy scoop and you're getting a lot of stuff in here. You're getting a mega dosed pre-workout, supposedly for everyday use. For us STIM junkies anyway. A lot of people would consider this to be somewhere close to a STIM junkie experience. I, however, use this more as a daily pre-workout because you guys know that High STIM Ace is the ultimate STIM junkie. I love my stimulants, in case you guys didn't know that from the name High STIM Ace. But this pre-workout here has a very, very nice label, a very intelligent label. You could tell that they really put a lot of thought into creating this label, and everything in here seems to synergize really well from a label perspective. So we're going to go through this label, we're going to dissect it, and I'm going to tell you my experience running this pre-workout. The last time I ran this was yesterday, and spoiler alert, I had a very good workout. Before I meticulously dissect this label, don't forget to smash that like button, share the video with a fellow STIM junkie or a fitness enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. So the flavor I have here is Bomb Popsicle, and this flavor is bomb. No pun intended. I know a lot of people say that the flavor for Wrecked isn't one of the better flavors. Some people actually said it's nasty. I don't know where they're getting that from. I'm not a flavor guy. For me, I don't really care. Unless it tastes like battery acid, I will chug it down. If it's nasty, I will chew a piece of gum afterwards, and I'm good to go. I'm moving on with my life. I'm not sitting here and dissecting the flavor, but it's not a bad flavor. I don't know. I've had a lot of Rocket Pop flavors, and this is one of the better ones, so I personally had no issues with this flavor whatsoever. It's decent. As I mentioned earlier, you're getting quite a hefty scoop here. You can either take this at 1 or 2 scoops. You're doing the typical 40-20 nonsense over here, but you guys know that this is the maximum dose channel. There is no half measures here. We're dosing this at 2 scoops. So 2 scoops will yield 31 grams. Yeah, you guys heard me right. Not 21, 31 grams. That's quite a heavy scoop. It's 2 scoops, but 31 grams is a lot. And you're getting about 16 grams per scoop, per slightly rounded scoop. So you got the scooper size on point, and the 2 scoops, surprisingly, goes down easy. You would think that with a big scoop, it would be heavy on the stomach, that you would feel a little bit bloated, but honestly, no bloating whatsoever. It goes down smooth. It doesn't affect your stomach in a negative way. Like I said earlier, the flavor is decent, so no issues whatsoever. So far, we are off to a good start. So let's begin dissecting this label at 2 scoops. Sodium from Himalayan pink salt, 500 milligrams. L-citrulline, 8 grams. So a very, very nice dose of citrulline. No citrulline mally, 2-to-1 ratio. 8 grams citrulline, straight up. Great for the pumps. Hydromax, 65% glycerol, 4 grams. Big, big dose over here. A lot of different companies are going to have 2,500 to 3,000. You're getting 4,000 over here. That's really, really nice. One thing to note about Hydromax glycerol powder is it could cause a little bit of clumping. So if your product clumps up a little bit, it's normal. It's supposed to happen. don't worry about it. Next up is beta-alanine at 3,500 milligrams. The clinical dose is 3,200, so you're getting an extra 300 milligrams here to get the little itchiness, the little revved up feeling, letting you know that it's time to go. Betaine anhydrous for the strength output, 3,000 milligrams, so 500 milligrams more than the clinical dose. Guys, we don't care about clinical doses here, by the way. It either works or it doesn't, but I'm entertaining you by reading this label. We don't care about the clinical dose, but you're getting a little bit extra here, so strength output going to be on point. Malic acid, 3,000 milligrams. Agmatine sulfate for more pumps, 1,500 milligrams. Wowee, so we got 3 massive pump ingredients here that are super dosed to the max, so you're winning here. L-tyrosine for focus, 1,500 milligrams, very, very nice. Alpha-GBC, 600 milligrams, standardized at 50%. Lion's Mane powder, 600 milligrams. For me, Lion's Mane is a hit or miss ingredient. Some products have a little bit too much of it. 1 gram for me is too much. 600 milligrams, on the other hand, I think is a great dose. It really helps with that focus, helps to lock you in on target, helps you be in that little bubble, stay focused, and has a really nice overall nootropic effect. Caffeine anhydrous, 250 milligrams, very nice dose. I don't like when caffeine goes too high. You guys know that. You guys watch High STIM Ace. You guys know my thoughts about overdosing caffeine. So 250, right on point. N-phentyl dimethylamine, 250 milligrams. So that is arrhea makes you feel good, makes you feel positive, happy, at a 1-to-1 ratio with the caffeine, which is really, really nice. Theobromine, 150 milligrams, the little cousin to caffeine, causes more stimulation. Dicaffeine malate, 100 milligrams. That, of course, is a slow digesting form of caffeine. So really, really good, 100 milligrams, not too crazy. Black pepper fruit extract, 10 milligrams, so that's going to help with the absorption because you got a lot of ingredients over here, so it's going to help absorb everything really, really nicely. And of course, lastly is alpha-yo at 1 milligram. So this right here is the V2. They had the same version previously. It was V1, and the only difference is this version does not have the S7, which is a blend of 7 different herbs that supposedly help with pumps and focus and a couple of other stuff. But as far as I know, the research is really shoddy. There isn't any definitive research on whether S7 is effective or not. But guys, who the hell cares? Are we research scientists? Are we sitting here with a white lab coat in a laboratory dissecting the latest research? No, we are gym bros. We're going to the gym, we're pumping iron, and we're flexing on everybody in the facility. So let me tell you about the experience. This is one of those pre-workouts you're going to feel 5 to 10 minutes after ingesting. You're going to feel a mood elevation, first thing. So you want to ingest this one as you're getting to the gym. You guys know that different pre-workouts take a different period of time to hit. Some pre-workouts take 15, 20, even 25 minutes to hit. Hell, Excelsior doesn't really start peaking until the 40, 45 minute mark. So you guys got to know which pre-workout to take when. So this is the kind of pre-workout you want to take as soon as you enter the gym. You're going down to the locker room and you're starting to change. So it's going to take you 5-10 minutes. You're going to start feeling that buzz while you're changing. You got your music plugged in. You're going to get in it. You're going to feel that music taking over your body. This, honestly, it feels like an illicit pre-workout to me. And that's coming from somebody that takes illicits 3 days, sometimes even 4 days a week. We'll keep that a secret just between us. But you're going to feel that wave of euphoria, good mood elevation. Your head is going to feel right. You're going to want to go and push those weights. You're going to feel great energy, not over the top aggressive. You're not going to have this crazy sense of urgency where you're jittered out of your mind and you're rushing to the weights. Nothing like that. The energy comes through smooth and clean. 250 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous for me is really a great dose. It gets you to the point where you're energized, you feel that kick from the caffeine, but not to the point where you have ants in your pants and you don't know what to do with yourself. You're tweaking while you're at the gym. You're going to feel a little bit of the beta tingles, not too much. Surprisingly, 3,500 milligrams is higher than the clinical dose, but it feels like less than 3,200. Again, guys, labels are just labels. Sometimes the ingredients synergize differently. Sometimes certain ingredients take a backseat because other ones are more prominent. So it really, really depends on the sourcing of the ingredients, how they come together, and ultimately on each and every one of you guys, because these pre-workouts affect us differently. We're all unique individuals and we're all going to be affected differently by these products. For me personally, Rect is an amazing pre-workout. Great, smooth, consistent energy that lasts 3-4 hours easily. And once it dissipates, there's no crash. There's no crazy come down. There's no sense of falling on your face and you're done for the day. It fades nice and smoothly as if you never took anything. This is a really quality, solid pre-workout that I like taking on days where I'm cycling off the illicit. So you guys know that a lot of these daily drivers don't really do much for me. I could take some of these pre-workouts that people say are solid, decent, middle-of-the-road pre-workouts, and for high stim ace, I'm a stim junkie. They don't do much for me. They really don't. But this right here is right on that cusp, right on the cusp of going to that stim junkie territory, but not quite there. It's right at the border. So I like this pre-workout. I like being on the cusp without taking the illicits. There's no DMHA in here. There's nothing too crazy in here. Alpha Yo only at 1 milligram, so also not so crazy on the Alpha Yo dose. It's not like 2.5 milligrams. It's 1 milligram, but it comes through really nicely. It's a clean, good energy, positive mood elevation feeling kind of pre-workout. I really, really like it. The pumps are unreal. Honestly, you don't have to stack anything on top of this. You don't have to put any pump formulas, no pump caps, none of that stuff. You got the citrulline at 8 grams. You got the agmatine sulfate at 1.5 grams. And you have 4 grams of that glycerol powder, which is crazy. A lot of other pre-workouts have, like I said, 2.5, maybe 3 grams, but 4 grams is crazy, guys. You don't need more than that. You're going to get that swole, juicy look in the gym, but also have the vascularity showing. So the pumps are incredible. And if you're someone who's sensitive to stimulants, even the craziest stimulant in here is the Arrhea, and that's dosed at 250. But if you're somebody who's sensitive to that kind of stuff, the citrulline and all the other blood oxidizing ingredients are going to help offset that and create a nice, smooth experience. So overall, this is a pre-workout that if you're a stim junkie, you're going to want to take this 2, 3, 4 times a week on days where you're not taking the crazy stuff. This is something you want to cycle off to when you still want to feel like you're taking an illicit, but without the illicits. Now, if you're somebody who's a beginner, maybe an intermediate, then for you, this is going to be a stim junkie experience, or the closest thing to that without crossing to that next level. So if you're somebody that's scared of DMHA, you don't want to mess with that stuff, and you just want to have a good pre-workout experience, but also kind of dip your toe into that next level, this is the pre-workout you want to try, because this is going to take you to that next level. There's a lot of pre-workouts that are on that cusp, but this really doesn't have any illicits. If you consider Arrhea illicit, okay, that's your opinion. I don't think Arrhea is an illicit ingredient, but it's close. So this right here will give you that experience, but it's a full package. So you're getting the pumps in here, you're getting clean energy, you're getting a good mood elevation, a little bit of euphoria, but not to the point where you're tripping. This isn't like taking Juiced or Crack or Excelsior or Smash AMF or anything like that. You're not going to get that kind of euphoria, but you're going to have a good focus, lock-on concentration, great energy, good mood elevation, and incredible pumps. You guys can pick this product up over at NutriCartel.com, your #1 source for all pre-workouts, protein powders, vitamins, supplements, and everything in between. Don't forget to use my discount code, ACE15. That's going to save you 15% off your entire order, as well as help support this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, share the video, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Take care, everybody. High Stim Ace. Signing off.